Hannah felt lost. Days blurred into weeks, each one indistinguishable from the last. Her life was a series of routines: wake, work, eat, sleep, repeat. She felt like a cog in a giant machine, her own needs and desires fading into the background noise of daily existence. She longed for something more, a spark to ignite her soul. But where would she find it? Her job as a data analyst felt utterly meaningless. Her apartment was a sterile box, devoid of warmth or personality. She was adrift in a sea of sameness, yearning for a lifeline. Evenings were the hardest. The silence of her empty apartment was deafening. She would often take long walks after dinner, hoping to outrun the emptiness that gnawed at her insides. Hannah would scan the ground as she walked, her eyes searching for something, anything, to break the monotony. Hannah had always been drawn to small, forgotten treasures. A silver nickel on the sidewalk, a red heart drawn on a small rock at the beach, a single perfect feather caught on an unexpected item. These insignificant objects held a strange allure for her, a reminder that beauty could be found in the most unexpected places. One particularly dreary Tuesday evening, as Hannah trudged home from work, her eyes fell upon a small leather wallet lying on the sidewalk. It was a man's wallet, worn and slightly battered, with a faded image of a fishing boat on the front. Hannah picked it up, her fingers tracing the outline of the boat. Curiosity flickered within her. Who did this wallet belong to? What stories did it hold? A small voice inside her whispered that this could be the spark she had been searching for. Hannah opened the wallet, hoping to find some kind of identification. Inside, she found a driver's license with the name Mark Jenkins and an address just a few blocks away. She also found several credit cards, a family photo, and a crumpled $20 bill. Hannah hesitated for a moment, torn between her desire to return the wallet and a nagging sense of unease. It was getting dark, and the neighborhood was not the safest. But the photo in the wallet, a smiling man holding a young girl on his shoulders, tugged at her heartstrings. She had to try. She found Mark's house easily enough, a modest single-story dwelling with a porch light burning dimly. As she approached the front door, she noticed that it was slightly ajar. Hannah frowned, her unease growing. Had Mark left his door unlocked? It seemed careless, especially in this neighborhood. Hannah knocked lightly on the door, but there was no response. She called out Mark's name, her voice trembling slightly, but only silence greeted her. The open door beckoned her forward, a silent invitation into the unknown. Heart pounding, Hannah cautiously stepped inside. The house was dark and eerily quiet. She fumbled for the light switch, but the bulb flickered and died, plunging her into darkness once more. She could hear her own breathing, shallow and rapid in the stillness. A muffled sound like a sob reached her ears. It seemed to be coming from downstairs. Fear coiled in her stomach, but Hannah knew she couldn't ignore it. She crept towards the basement door, each step heavy with dread. Hannah found Mark bound and gagged in the basement. She quickly untied him and learned that he'd caught someone robbing his home. He returned home from work early because he was looking for his wallet. The thief hit him across the face, knocking him out, then tying him up. Hannah immediately called the police, who arrived within minutes. The officers praised Hannah for her bravery, telling her that since Mark was tied up, she might have saved his life. Mark was overwhelmed with gratitude, embracing Hannah tightly and thanking her for her kindness. As Hannah walked home that night, the city lights seemed to shimmer with a newfound brilliance. The fear and uncertainty she had felt earlier were gone, replaced by a profound sense of purpose. She had faced her fears and emerged stronger, braver, and more alive than ever before. The mundane routines of her life no longer seemed so suffocating. She had found her spark, not in some grand adventure, but in the simple act of helping another human being. And in doing so, she had discovered a strength and resilience she never knew she possessed. The world, once so ordinary, was now full of possibilities.